Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dicefunctional Campaign 2 with the Neighborhood Watch, where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers. They had just stepped into the frigid north. As they were making their way to go and speak with the god of the metallic dragon so they could get some permission to take some stuff he wasn't using anymore. Now, while that is its own issue, the cold has proven to be its own problem as well, as the party and two of their members specifically, Fitz the warlock and Kaz the rogue, are suffering in the cold, unfortunately for the two of them. But as you guys stepped through, you were only a little ways away, and did have a brief encounter with some creatures that were looking for a meal. Thankfully, through some fast thinking and a anti-gravity spell, the serpents that they had with them weren't really going to be a problem, and they ran away once their owners, trainers, you're not sure what, were dispatched. And at that point, you guys just had a little bit more to go until you eventually made your way to, well, the domain of the metallic dragon, who is, I'm forgetting his goddamn name. What's your goddamn name? I have too many names. That is it. Birsokoi the Shining.
That's specifically your fault.
It is specifically my fault, but also I've been running this game for 3 years, and the one before it for another 3 years, and then the one that was also in the setting for about another 3 years. So, yes, I have a lot of names.
Connor, this game has been like a decade of your life. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
God. What the fuck?
I was gonna be doing something like this anyways.
Yeah, but like, damn, I did not realize.
No. The Pathfinder game went for probably about 3 years, Cody, something like that. And then it was the same thing for the last two campaigns that we've had. So yeah, nearly a decade.
Yeah, damn.
Are we? Question. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say you're finishing up stuff.
No, I was just about to say, you guys have just dealt with the monsters. You are currently still on the ice in the middle of the frozen lake. You don't have to be concerned with it falling apart below you because the ice is so freaking thick, but you are still in the middle of a spot that is very cold. Some of you are kind of damp. It's not a great situation for everybody involved.
How far are we from now at this point? How far are we?
Maybe a mile or two.
Okay. I was gonna... Hey, Fitz. I know you're... I know, Jill, you're eating. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but... I know you're exhausted right now. Before we go inside, we don't do it now, so you can think about it. Do you want me to help you with at least your exhaustion before we get inside?
You know how when you're outside and like your hair is wet and it's winter, your hair will freeze?
No, I don't.
All right, Florida, calm down.
Yes, I do know that.
And all right, internally, California, also calm down. Didn't even say anything. Both of you calm down.
I didn't say anything, but okay.
I know. I was getting you preemptively.
I actively keep my beard short because I've had a frozen beard before.
I think Fitz's hair is frozen, like, solid. Like, his hair would click if it moved, and I think he just kind of goes like, click, 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 click. It turns his head, and it's like, that wouldn't go amiss.
Okay, but we can do it right before we get inside. We don't have to do it right now. I mean, if you want to do it right now, we can, but...
Okay, once we get inside, so that way if Connor makes us roll again, you don't have disadvantage, potentially.
Right. Okay.
That's how I marked Fitz being done talking, as I took another bite of my pizza.
Yeah, I figured.
Gotcha.
No, I'm good too.
It's like when you say stop while doing Morse code.
bite of pizza is stop.
So, continuing on your march, with the wind being controlled by Fizzy, and all of you kind of resigning yourselves to the discomfort of this situation, you guys just have a little bit more in the way of walking until eventually you find yourselves standing at what is now a very visibly off patch of what looks like open air. Right now, it looks like it is just open space, but the air in front of you ripples and twists ever so slightly, almost like, well, to go back to the last example I gave you last session, it's like a mirage. It swims, it twists and turns.
Okay. I'm gonna put my arms on Fitz's shoulders very gently and cast Greater Restoration.
That's what Greater Restoration does.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
It made me
How do we politely knock on the door?
Is it lesser restoration or greater restoration?
It's greater
Okay.
because that's the only one that does the level of exhaustion.
Gotcha. Also be sure to mute
I already.
Michelle.
Yeah. I am.
As you cast the greater restoration upon Fitz, there is a slight shift in your body temperature, Fitz, and everyone around will see like a little bit of steam kind of rise off of Fitz a little bit as you feel a point of exhaustion go away.
Yippee! 0. Wait, no, go back to 0. Yeah.
Like a day at an expensive spa.
And
Woo.
Kaz, you just stand there, still kind of cold, watching as Fitz gets defrosted.
I miss
I
my
feel so much
girlfriend
better
already.
now.
I only have 1 5th level spell. I'm so sorry.
You know, I
Darius-
could just stand outside or what, you know. I don't have to
Darius-
be here.
Darius has her baby blanket that she had in the beginning of the campaign, and she just takes it off and puts it over Kaz's shoulders.
I mean, if someone wants to like throw a 4th level spell my way, I could suck it up and give it to Kaz.
Actually, you said 4th level?
Yeah, I just need because I already have a 1st, so I only need 4 levels, and I can just use that for Greater Resto for Kaz if you want.
Can you do any spell, or does it have to be a very specific?
It has to be just towards someone. Like it has to be a. No, actually, no. It just has to be done with.
It does have to be cast within your area.
Yeah, 60 feet of me. So no.
Cool. I'll use the rush incant, and she'll say at the same time, "Hey, I'm gonna distort gravity. Take it."
Okay, I'm
Please take
Why?
immediately taking it. Immediately takes it.
So I will give up. I will give up one of my rushed incants so you can do that.
That's a
Kaz.
4th level.
Yes.
Okay, so I will take that. I have that. Like, as she does it, it like sucks into her thing.
It's
and
my
then I
only
will
4th level spell.
I will turn her. I will turn around, tap Kaz on the shoulder, and give her greater restoration. And I will remove that, like it's that source from that point that I have currently in my thing. But yeah, so Kaz can be also not cold or not
Yeah,
exhausted.
I was really close to breaking this elemental fire rock if y'all wouldn't do it at that point.
The fun thing is,
a declaration of aggression.
Kaz throws herself into a fire elemental.
No.
yeah, no, that is my only 4th level spell. Is distort gravity. I have
That is
5th
so
level
funny.
spells and 3rd level spells. Distort gravity is my only 4th.
I
My
think it would have
spells
been
only go up to 2.
It would have been so funny to have it be like, I'm distorting gravity, get it, and then Fizzy does it. And Rob's like, oh, fuck.
To be fair, I
And-
never. Oh god, I just realized. Hey, you know how Connor yells at us sometimes to remember to do our level up stuff, and if we don't remember it, that's on us.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick a spell for my last level up.
Didn't we remind you last time that not only were you missing 1 spell, but 2?
I'm only missing 1 now.
Oh, that's good. my stance still stands. You forgot to do this, so sounds like you'll have to wait until your long rest, won't you?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
looking at spells now while we're between.
That's good.
Don't worry about it.
That's good. Yeah. So,
That's me.
with your two frigid companions now warmer and not exhausted, what are you guys going to do?
I don't know how to get in there. Well, how to get in there politely.
Have you guys ever seen Donnie Darko? Because I see the two of you making movements like you're gonna tap on it. Have you ever seen Donnie Darko when you saw like the CG thing kind of like wobble as he touched it, like the mirror? Like that's what it looks like. You kind of bump into it and it goes.
Well, I suppose prodding at it probably isn't a respectful thing to do. Should simply attempt to walk in and make our presence known.
What if
If we
try
shout
to walk
loud
in?
enough, do you think he'll hear us? You can just be like, "Hey, Mister."
I can barely hear any of you over the snow.
Yeah, but he's a
I don't think we
dragon.
can. I don't think we can get loud enough.
Connor,
Yes.
is it possible to do like a perception check to see like a point of entry?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I rolled a 2 on the die.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, can I try to look?
Oh yeah, you may.
Me
Yeah.
too. Can I also do a roll?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, everybody can roll if you want.
It's perception, right?
Yeah.
Or best.
Yep. It's perception.
That's a 29.
Got it.
I'm
That's a
gonna
good roll.
2.
And immediately it is pointless for me to roll.
Nope.
I'm sorry, I have a plus 12. What do you want from me?
Fitz and Darius, you don't see any kind of opening immediately around you. Fitz, it just looks like air to you. Darius, you get the sense that it is permeable in some way.
We can just kind of walk in, but maybe we should be very polite while we walk in.
Perhaps we
I
can
don't-
do it with purpose.
It should be in
This-
front.
I was about to say, Fitz should be in the front since you are technically the envoy here.
Yeah.
Do you want Granny right behind you so you have emotional support behind you?
Your emotional support human.
Maybe.
Do you want Fitz in the back so that way you don't have to worry
Duo.
about... do you want Kaz in the back so you don't have to worry about her stabbing you in the back?
I think I trust Kaz to not do anything unusual at this important time.
You want me to
Hold
keep
your
an eye on
hand if you
Kaz?
want.
Do you want me to keep an eye on Kaz to make sure she doesn't steal from a dragon slayer?
I was going to say that no, I trust her, but I know that that's an impulse, so maybe. It's not
No
something
offense,
you can,
Kaz.
It's not something you can control, and I respect that. Maybe, maybe we perhaps, maybe we get two people on Kaz's side, and you guys hold their hands and
Sing Kumbaya on the
Sing
side.
Kumbaya,
I think we
perhaps.
just like tie her to Ignatius.
Tries to run.
She'd easily be able to get out of that.
No,
It's like putting a child in a papoose, except she's just bound, hands, legs, just tied straight onto Ignatius's back.
The
I
dragon's
wouldn't-
like, hey, what's that
would-
about?
Kaz
I
would
would-
kill us after she got out.
It's true.
It would be better to do, if we did that, it would be better to tie it to Beluce because he's warm. Ignatius is wearing plate mail that's been out in this cold for hours.
Just hang out with Balloons for a while.
Yeah. I think that she'll be fine, considering that she knows not to draw the ire of one of the first dragons.
You say that. I can't promise that. Actually, I really can't.
I really feel, and this is,
I think 2 people should be holding Kaz's hands at all
I
times.
think that you should have guards. Because normally, no big deal.
But
Steal
if
from
you
whoever you want. But
If you steal from this lair, we're all going to be incinerated immediately. And handily,
And
all of us.
and Ruben will have no one to come home to.
And you won't be able to see Auntie Vera and Lectos ever again.
I promise I won't steal anything.
Can I get an insight check on that?
No.
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
You don't get to make that decision. I get to make that decision. Yes, you can roll insight.
No.
Oh, much higher. Oh god. 16
Clip that bullshit. do I get to roll? No.
No.
Yes.
Listen,
Fun fact, that's gonna make you upset. You know I have advantage on insight checks against lies, right? Kaz. That's my level 10 ability. That's a natural 20.
That's a natural 20. -1 going forward.
Yeah.
listen,
so
I
full
have
of
a
shit.
backup plan.
He's
I
so
have
full of
command
shit
command.
right now.
I was gonna say, I said I also rolled a 16 on the die, which is a 27 for me. So
Yeah, both. Darius is gonna make eye contact with Fizzy. And
I
then
think we're
undercover.
both gonna walk up to Cass
Yeah.
and each grab one hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in undercommon, Darius was gonna go, you take one, I take one.
and each grab a hand.
When I want 2 women, this is not the 2 women I meant.
Sorry.
These are not the 2 women I was promised.
Well,
this is us
when you-
ensuring you get to see them again.
True.
If all else failed, I could cast commandment for her to not touch anything.
Let's not do
No,
that. Let's not do that.
Unless it's an
I-
emergency, let's not do that.
I love the idea. Like, most people in, like, standard D&D settings would kill to have 2 drow women holding their hands. And Kaz is like, I'm going to kill myself.
Versus the 2 drow women who are both canonically beautiful drow women, and Darius specifically is
Yeah.
canonically boobalicious.
Yeah.
Is-
Fizzy, not so much.
2 very attractive drow women, and you're just going, no, this is what I wanted. I didn't want this right now.
Shoulders to her ears, like,
It's like being arrested by an attractive cop. You're like, no, wait, that's not what I wanted.
ACAB, all cops are boobs, bastards.
Damn it. Fuck. So do you guys enter?
Yeah.
As
Maybe
you do so,
inclining our heads as we go in, like a little bow.
yeah, that's you attempting a form of some kind of a polite gesticulation or like body movement. Yeah, I understand.
We all enter top of the head first.
Music, bitch.
I have a fucking name, dog.
No, not not you.
Someone clip that.
I need to figure out the command for loop because I can't remember what it is anymore. I think it changed a little bit. So there we go. As you enter into the area, you will all feel an immediate change in temperature.
Oh, thank fuck.
Temperature must rise swiftly from what was well into the negatives, to use more meta terminology, probably like -50 to be honest. It must rise easily a good 80 degrees to what would normally be considered quite cold by typical standards. Though your standards have lowered significantly considering what you were just in. And now it is almost comfortable.
And you see me and Adam, they're still wearing shorts.
You guys are just freaks, actually. As you step in, you will notice that the environment around you is very visibly different, and the temperature seems to kind of be equalizing and rising in a much more comfortable rate. But that first jump was very sudden and very surprising. You can see that while there is still snow that has kind of emerged in from the sides. The further into the center, the less there is present. You see what is instead looking something that looks more like meadow grass. Kind of a palish green, slightly wild and scrubby at times with slight rocky developments, and flowers. These small, beautiful little flowers that are maybe about this big that sprout up out of the ground. This area must be massive, miles and miles wide. You think that it would probably take you a good day or two, probably more, to go all the way into the center if you wanted. But you don't think you need to go all the way into the center. As you enter, you can see right away that you have been noticed by some things. Dragons. You see that there are several bright, glittering forms that start to fly in your direction. They look large, definitely, but not as large as Cracked Brass Cataphract. Instead, they seem typical dragon-sized. What a strange phrase for you all to be thinking now. Typical dragon-sized.
Do you think we should wave or something?
I want to wave, but I feel like maybe that's not appropriate. I don't know.
You'll see that you have two flying in your general direction. One looks to be coppery in coloration, and the other appears to be brass like in coloration. They are both flying towards you. The copper-colored dragon has almost feathery, like not appendages, but like their wings and their scales still have the heavy plating, but like they seem like they have a feathery chest to them, where it's very like almost downy, but it still has that glint and coloration to it. Their wings are almost avian, not really though. Meanwhile, the brass dragon is much more sleek, very shiny, very, very smooth and aerodynamic. And they will both fly down and land in front of you all gently.
I think that Fitz on instinct will hit his like dragony form where he's, you know,
Draconic aspect.
yeah. And he'll sort of incline his head just a little bit and be like, "Hello, I'm Fitz. I'm here as an envoy, from Minizawa. To talk to."
Fascinating.
Uh,
It's been some time since we last saw someone like you. Isn't that right, cousin? Yes, been quite some time. I suppose you're lucky that we're the ones that showed up. Some of the other guards are a touch more cagey. Nonetheless, nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well. Is there a way we could have perhaps an audience with the big man?
You wish to speak to the Father of Fathers? Yes. That is expected. And someone in your position certainly has that option. You may. I will make sure to pass along that you and your companions are not to be harried, though we will be watching.
Of course.
Yes, we will be watching.
Great.
Anyone else feel like one wrong move and will probably be dinner?
Wouldn't be the first time.
You are nothing but appetizers.
You are not enough to be dinner.
I was whispering that.
No secrets. Okay, where do we? Is there like a map, or is there
A waiting room?
Begin walking to the center.
All right. Right.
Kursokoi will find you. I'm sure of it.
Okay. All right, that's scary. Fitz will check back and make sure that Kaz is under lock and key. I love the idea of Darius doing that and physically lifting Kaz off the ground.
That's their names. It's Lock and Key.
I'd rather be lock and barrel.
Huh?
Making dumb references, don't worry.
Oh.
Dumb references that are only for Connor and me.
Yeah. And so you all begin walking further into this area. You will see that as you've probably made it a good, I'll say, 500 feet into the actual area itself, it is now comfortably warm. You'd say it's a nice 60 degrees in here. So a very nice reprieve from where you just were. And you will also see that this area is quite lively. There's a lot around here. There are animals. What you will note is that there are also drakes. For reference, drakes are quadrupedal, so they have 4 legs. They do not have wings though. They're significantly less intelligent than dragons. They're used almost like guard dogs.
Oh, puppies.
And they do kind of wander around and look. Yeah, they're also massive. They're like large to larger. But in addition to that, there are very clearly wormlings around here. Young dragons that have only recently been born or are basically hatchlings. And it looks like this is maybe some kind of a spot where the children start off or are taught. And some are definitely kind of looking around at you, though none are approaching yet. As you continue walking towards the center, you can see that there is very clearly this big open space at the very center where something is supposed to be, but it is not right now. And as you guys walk forward more and more, you will hear a voice from behind you. Well, very nice to see some more travelers showing up.
Hello.
Hello. You turn around and you see a very slight, maybe about 5'4" individual. They look maybe like they are a man, though they're very androgynous in appearance. They look slightly elven, very pale skin, white hair. And they're just kind of sitting there in like this very like flowy, drapey robe. And they just kind of look at you all and say, so?
So you're okay. Fitz, envoy for Muzo. We have a favor we'd like to ask. We've got not necessarily a right to ask, but we have some points for some pros for why our point is good. Sorry, I'm much better at this usually, but this is it was very cold outside. Kind of frozen a little.
More than just a little, definitely.
Quite cold.
Well, nice to see that my brother's finally chosen himself another envoy to show up and say hello. It's been some time. I chose mine a little bit ago, and, well, they served a decent purpose. Still, what exactly are you asking of me?
Well, hi guys, this is Jill.
Yeah. Would you like Darius to tag in, but monitor her?
Can you give me the Sparks notes?
So essentially, what we're asking is for permission to take from their temple back in Ekes, specifically a spell, Force Cage, in order to force cage one of their children to keep us from having to kill them to protect Ekes.
Imprisonment, actually.
Imprisonment.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say force. I was like force cage.
No,
I couldn't
imprisonment.
remember the spell. But our big point is we don't want to have to fight and or kill the child. You know, one of the first children. But the only way to maintain peace is imprisonment.
Okay, got it.
I'm out.
If it was sequester, I have that. It's not sequester.
No. This imprisonment's the 9th level spell. That's the one question.
So we are in a bit of a situation. One of your children has begun to cause some mass chaos and panic and decimating villages and things on our continent, and we would prefer not to harm or attempt to harm your child because that seems disrespectful. And the one spell that we have that could, in lighter terms, put your son in timeout is in one of your no longer in use, I don't believe, temples. And we would love if we could perhaps just have that spell and be on our way.
Granny leans over and is like, and the don't mention maybe he remembers Ninduth, the one guarding the treasure.
Yes, of course, sorry. The temple that we were asking about is guarded by one Ninduth.
Yes, Ninduth. I do remember him now. I wonder how he's doing. Well,
Not good.
that's an odd request. And Kausathak is, well, he's certainly causing a bit of trouble. But there's really only so much one can do in that scenario. Why?
Why? As in,
Why? Why should I let you have that spell?
alright. Well, we like to think of ourselves as sort of, we call ourselves the neighborhood watch. We like to keep people safe, and we don't want to cause unnecessary harm by fighting something we know we have no chance against, because we would never want to kill or harm your son. And, well, we've got friends in all of these towns that are being razed to the ground, and we would prefer not to lose our friends. And it seems like it's perhaps the right thing to do.
Roll persuasion?
And
Ah!
can I also add something?
No.
Can I have advantage because I'm a cute little guy?
No.
Come on.
I mean, come on.
No.
You don't think he's charmed by little Fitzy boy?
Shut up, dorks.
He's so cute. Guys, this is not gonna be good. I should have bypassed Fitz in the
No,
order of
no.
operations.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. See,
Alright.
13. That's above average.
Yeah, lucky number 13. It's really.
See, I understand that. And what you're saying is well and good for you, but I only have one son. Well, I have other children, but I only have one Kausathak. Why exactly should I take your needs over mine or his?
Well, I venture to say that this is even in his best interest. Because despite the fact that he is gargantuan, gigantic, powerful, if enough people band together, he puts himself in harm's way by doing all this. And in my mind, having him take a long nap, perhaps, will enable him that if he still feels that rage whenever he is awoken, I guess he could go back to raising for whatever reason he has decided to raise. And
Safety or not, there's no one who can manage to stop him. Not right now.
you're muted.
Yeah, I was just gonna tap Fitz's shoulder.
Mhm.
Can I tag in briefly?
If you want to.
Just briefly, if I may ask, our only knowledge on why he's so angry doesn't make sense to us. If there's any way you could give us some context, so that way we might better understand what's going on.
Roll persuasion.
Sure. Hate this. -1 for 20 even. Dirty 20.
Let's see. And he'll kind of roll his eyes back, and you'll see that what looked like normal eyes at first kind of revolve, and you see that now they're just white. Just pure white and almost pearlescence. And you get the hint that maybe what you're looking at right now is not him all the way. It is maybe something he is occupying. From what I can gather, he was told that there was a prophecy.
Oh.
One of his bloodline would lead to his death.
Oh, is that full prophecy just about fucking him? Darius does not say that out loud.
I was
This is
like, if
Jessica.
you say that, I'm gonna burn you alive at the stake.
No, Darius is shut the fuck up. Darius's only goal, if talking in this, is to get Fitz more information for reference. I'm not trying to do any of the persuading with the dragon. So the father hunts his wanting prodigy, a brazen leaper for his family. The traitor child they plot a downfall, but just a puppet they fail to see all. Doctor, what have you do? Think of your family and of the blues prior bone, now locked away, stuck, jailed, and hidden from light of day. As a reminder of what that prophecy was. We always thought just the first part was about him.
I still think only
Yeah.
because the rest still doesn't make sense to this. But why does he think? Where'd this prophecy come from? Why does he think there's a prophecy that's out to get him?
Well, I don't know. I didn't talk to whoever he spoke to. I only know that he did speak to someone.
I think Ignatius is gonna whisper it to Darius.
1 second, Jolly.
Do you think that this prophecy came from perhaps the deity that is using him? The one with ambition, Altaxis. What better way than to get someone for your own purposes than to light a fire beneath them, so to speak?
Possible I commune, but I wouldn't want to do it without permission.
Jolly, you're about to say something?
I was saying the prophecies sounds like it's recent and not like a long time prophecy.
Definitely seems like a way for sowing chaos and getting people out of the way.
It also sounds self-fulfilling because he's hunting down this person who, until now, has had no reason to hunt him down.
But most prophecies are self-fulfilling.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna make some wide swings here. This prophecy, because we happen to have also heard of a prophecy. At a glance, it seems scary and big and long and telling. But the more we look into things, and the more that happens surrounding this prophecy, the more it feels to me like there's someone pulling the strings behind the scenes. To sow chaos, perhaps. To sow discord between different groups, to meet their own ends, and to gain an advantage in sort of the big plays here. Because, for the sake of transparency, we have met this wanting progeny, and he has no interest in his father in the slightest. And in fact has tried to stay away from learning anything about his father. He didn't care.
And Fizzy does do this, by the way.
He raises
White
her
one.
hand.
Whoa. The white one. Did you see that?
Oh my god.
White girl, speak.
Got it. He points at you and goes, "White lady."
Got it. That was the
Oh.
problem.
I don't know, like, it just feels like him going after the son is going to be what leads to his death. Because if he continues, and you know, there might be a point where where people will kind of just like get sick of it, and there are people more powerful than us. I don't think we're the most powerful people in the world. There are people who, you know, I've heard stories. I think you guys mentioned somebody stopping the world, and I don't know. I think somebody mentioned that. And they're probably more powerful than, I don't know. But like, we're not the most powerful people in the world. There are probably people more powerful than us. And if it gets to the point where they start killing people in other countries, maybe, people are going to get annoyed and probably kill him. So, like, him going after and like doing what he's doing is going to cause his own death. It just feels like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Persuasion check from Fitz.
Me.
You have advantage.
Woo!
You can do it.
Please. Anything good? Okay.
Ooh.
Not the worst. Not the best I could do, but not the worst.
So, young thing, you are under the impression that perhaps there is someone who was manipulating my child.
Yes.
And you believe that this individual who's decided to manipulate my child is using them for some purpose.
Yes.
What purpose?
Well,
You seem to have plenty of ideas, so please tell me.
I will gladly delve into what I think. None of these are proven theories, but we are dealing currently with the god of ambition, who seems to be quite proficient at manipulation.
I don't know that name.
Albataxis.
Still don't know that name.
Nasty
One of-
fellow.
One of the new gods.
Never heard of that. What are you talking about?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So
I
when was
was
the
just-
last time you went outside?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was headed.
2,000 years ago.
Okay.
Right,
Uh,
correct.
wait,
Alright,
okay.
so...
I have not been able to leave here
Mhm.
since what you all refer to as the schism.
Schism.
Correct. Okay, old gods, so all the gods that you probably knew, gone. Locked
Dead
away.
or
Locked away.
Walked away.
Sort of.
okay.
And then, what was it? How many years ago did the sky crack open? That was
30.
30? 30 years ago, the sky cracked open. Yeah, the look. It's
If you want to
exactly-
try and lie, you can probably try a little
No,
better.
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
a lie.
no.
Directly look into my soul. The
This is
sky
not a
cracked
lie.
open.
Not only can I not do that, I don't want to do that.
That's fair.
Um,
It's very messy in here. I promise you, I hand on my family's life, on my team's life, on my pact with Mimizawa, the sky cracked open. It cracked. And with that cracking open of the sky, a horde of new gods flooded the world. Not all of them great. Albataxis, one of the terrible ones.
If, with permission, I have an idea that might help with this.
Yes.
I do have sort of a weird buddy-buddy bond with one of them. I could try communion, because I don't think he's powerful enough to be able to not make you see him. Just as proof that we're not fucking with you.
The new gods.
I call him Dee. That's not his name.
Sure. You can do that.
Cool. Rushton can't commune for trying to reach out to Dee.
Didi, please! Help us tell this god that the sky cracked open. He doesn't believe us.
So you cast Commune, and you will see that in the cobblestones that have been making up the paved sections you've been walking on, directly between you and the 5'4" figure of Birsokoi, a small shadow starts to kind of spill up out of the cracks. It is maybe about 5 inches tall. And it looks a lot like the god of what is deserved.
He's so little. Why is he a mini boy?
Hello, Dee.
What madness is this? You've dragged me into the domain of another deity. What are you doing?
I will explain it with my first question, which is, this deity has been trapped and or unable/unwilling to leave this sanctum for the last 2,000 years, and does not believe us when we say there are new gods. Was it you and your siblings/brethren/pantheon that have come over as new deities to walk upon this plane 30
And the
years
sky
ago?
cracked.
And the sky cracked.
And the sky cracked.
The deity will look over at Birsokoi and then look back over at you and go,
Yes. The sky cracked open, and that was simply a byproduct of us making our way into this realm.
Oh, for the next part, I'm going to add in, I'm sorry for making you do this. I did ask his permission before I did it, just in case, so I did not do it without...
My continued existence is a symbol of that, yes.
Yeah, cool. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to do that, but it was my only solution that I could think of. Question 2. Is the cracked brass dragon known as... How do you pronounce his name? Albataxis.
Yeah, that's the god.
yeah, so Cracked
that's
Brass Kausathak is the dragon.
Brass ass crack.
Nope.
Darius says it, Jessica does not.
Mhm.
Castle there.
Is he being falsely manipulated? Not falsely. Is he being manipulated by one of your brethren?
If I was to guess, probably. I don't know for sure, though.
And Darius will look at the dragon deity god in front of her and go, I have one last question if you would like to. I open the floor to you as a matter of respect for this.
How is my sister doing?
She's alive?
Thank you.
Great.
Thanks, Dee.
Maria,
I
that's
promise
kinda
not to
sweet.
summon. I promise not to summon you into this kind of place again.
We actually could have answered that.
He starts to melt back into the ground and goes,
You better.
And Darius is going to turn to you guys and go, so I'm not going to summon DD for a few days. I think he's mad at me.
Yeah,
what
no
gives you
shit.
that impression?
He was quite small. He was so little.
He was quite small. I don't think he appreciated it.
No.
I'll never see him as anything but this big anymore. Just a little fellow.
Darius will turn back to the dragon guy and go, we've actually seen your sister semi-recently, so yeah, she's alive and well and kind of scary. Really scary. Terrifying.
I think that's normal, though.
Yes, well, Savara is less willing to work with you all. That is to be expected. Well, good to hear she is still alive, and I'm still here then. So, you're telling the truth. Old gods are gone, new gods are here. And one of them may be using my child. That is unpleasant.
Darius
And
will raise
Perto-
her hand.
Yes.
I can also provide some supplement to Fitz's theory, if you would like. As we do know, this god that we are, I'm pretty sure is doing this, is pulling the strings about the first vampire and trying to bring it back at the same time. So he is playing the field and causing chaos.
Hmm.
And Darius will step back behind Fitz at this.
And
6'6"
Ignatius
woman
will
cowering.
also raise his hand to add into that.
You may speak.
In previous uses of commune, we also verified that once these pawns of this god Aldataxis are no longer useful, completely loses any interest in them. Removing your kin from the field will likely also remove them from Aldataxis' plans.
Hmm. And pray tell, how long are you going to be putting my son in time out?
Time works quite differently for you and for me. I mean, likely until we handle the rest of the situation, because I imagine that once Alptaxis is handled and once we've figured out how to end the situation with the first vampire, it'll lose interest completely. Probably the entire continent, hopefully. Which would mean it wouldn't be long for you at all, wouldn't be long for him at all. Perhaps a year? I don't, just to make sure that things are settled and all that. I don't expect it to take that long, but we would need the time.
Can I
Because-
point something out of character?
Yeah, sure.
The spell also allows you to give very specific conditions to the ending of it, so you could theoretically also give his father the ability to end the spell when he's deemed it's been long enough.
That's very true. You can't actually do that with that spell.
Sorry. We could also just hand you the controls and you could free your son whenever you felt that he had perhaps forgotten about the prophecy or foregone his hunt for his wanting progeny. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but
Roll persuasion.
can I get advantage?
Yes.
Cool. please.
Hmm.
Okay.
Good.
Very well. I can provide you permission to take that spell from my old temple.
Much appreciated.
Just that spell, though.
Just that spell. Nothing else.
Correct. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Looks
Why
nothing
is-
else. Looks at Kaz.
Being held up
Why
by
is
her
he saying
arms.
it like that?
Well,
Because he's a god and he knows
know,
that
I
we
know,
got
I know.
sticky fingers.
to my thought on that, perhaps we just send Fitz again, but this time to the front of the
I'm
temple,
back.
and he goes and retrieves it, comes back.
Haha, you can't paralyze me this time.
You may steal it once.
What's... Of course, we would never think of taking anything without permission from a temple belonging to you or any other dragon or any other person ever.
Well, that sounds like a decent enough agreement in my mind. You can take the spell, and you will imprison my child, giving me the ability to let him out when I need to, and that would do well enough, I would say.
Alright.
I feel like there's a but.
Is there a but?
Is there?
I don't know.
Oh, thank God. No.
I mean, we all have butts when you think about it.
Listen, the last time we did this, it ended. Last time we tried to parlay, it ended really bad. So now I'm just.
So sorry, face.
Now really the time to be making jokes about butts, Granny? Do you really think this
I
is the
felt
time
like we
or the
needed
place?
to just. I wanted to diffuse the tension. You seem to be getting really nervous.
I'm always really nervous. You should know
Regardless,
this by now.
the last time we parlayed, it ended kind of roughly, and I don't trust parlays at the moment to not end badly.
Everything seems to be quite nice here. It's like we've had a polite conversation. Things have gone well. We've laid the facts out, the truth, and it seems to have all worked out.
Yes, you have been most gracious.
Correct. This has been quite lovely.
It's always so surprising how Muni doesn't use his envoys like I do.
How do you use your own voice?
I think he's in one of them right now.
He inhabits them, of course.
Oh, that's something that Beauty could do.
Yes, absolutely.
That's news to me. He's
It would
supposed to be
be-
my weapon for a very long time.
Oh, he always chooses the weird ways. No. What me and my sister do is we find someone who is interested in working for us, and we make sure they're wanting and deserving, and then eventually we possess them fully.
That's quite interesting.
It is a reprieve from our draconic forms.
Are you as big as your brother or small?
We're all about the same size.
Okay, so you're massive. Got it.
Yes. Well, would you like us to pass on a message to Muniazwa?
Or even your sister.
Or your sister, perhaps.
No, I think Musianawa will know that everything went well since you are still alive. My sister, on the other hand, I think it's for the best that we not talk.
Michelle,
Could-
there's a story there that I want to know about.
Well, if I remember right, technically his sister's evil aligned.
Yeah. Usually.
Mm,
And I think he's technically good aligned.
I love-
Metallic dragons are typically lawful good, yeah.
I will
I-
point out that is by base game rules.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
You
That's why I
you
said
are making
typically.
assumptions.
I love the idea of like you're like, oh, I think his sister is like evil aligned, and Becca, you were like, typically, yeah. But instead of reading that as like, oh, chromatic dragons are typically evil aligned, I read that as like sisters are usually evil aligned.
Yeah, as a sister.
Also as a
Typically.
sister.
Also, as a sister,
Typically evil,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Perhaps we should leave this protected space before we teleport back.
Maybe so.
Perhaps. I also have a selfish question. I'm curious about the dynamic here. Are you the middle sibling?
No.
Is Muni the middle sibling?
No.
Is your sister the middle sibling?
No.
Were you
Right.
all
I mean-
created at once?
At the
Where'd
We
same
are
you come
time?
triplets of a sort.
Oh, that's lovely.
Where did you come from?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? I was just curious because I too have a brother and a sister, so I thought perhaps there was something we could bond over, but we are not triplets. It's very interesting.
Well, with that said, you may leave now. And well, that would be all. Thank you.
Alright. Thanks so much. On the way out, Fitz is desperately going to try and pet a drake. Desperately. If
Roll
we
animal
walk-
handling.
if we walk past one, he'll like hold his fingers out. Animal handling?
Oh,
Oh no. A +2?
Plus
Can I get advantage because I'm such a cute
No.
little guy? Damn it! One of these times that's gonna work.
none of it.
It's not terrible.
12.
Probably not gonna lose a hand.
You know how cats will sit this far away from you when you try to pet them, and they won't get any closer, but if you try to edge closer, they slightly lean away?
They're like, no, it's close enough.
Kind of walks towards you, and then it just takes one giant hand and just plants it down onto your chest and forces you onto the ground, and just starts looking down at you.
Hello.
It is not wagging its tail. It is kind of investigating you and prodding you.
You'll find nothing suspicious on me, sir.
And it walks away.
Okay, goodbye. Oh wow.
I mean, if that was a giant cat, it would have tried to eat you.
That's fair. It's not though. Fitz is he's happy with the exchange that just happened.
Okay, that's good.
He's like, nailed it. Did it. Animal master.
Is that what you've settled on? Animal master?
Animal master. He's
Hey,
really good
Fitz.
at being nice to animals.
Hey, Fitz,
Animal master and purveyor of truth.
you
True.
do have a spell slot left, right?
I should.
Cool, because I can't cast teleport.
Yes, I've got 3 spell slots left.
Cool, so you can cast it.
Yeah, that was the plan.
I wanted to make sure we hadn't lost the spell slots in the middle of that combat.
No,
Yes.
I was
Brace
busy
yourselves
being
for the
frozen.
cold.
Ugh. As soon as we are outside of the magic thing, Fitz is gonna start casting teleport as fast as he can.
Okay. You guys very swiftly begin casting teleport to get the fuck out of there. And the spell will manage to go off without any issues, and you'll be able to teleport away.
Yeah. We did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yahoo!
Mission
Mission
we
success.
did it.
We
We
did
did
it.
it.
We did it.
All right.
Yay. Exactly. Hey, and we also have a swiper. Swiper no swiping.
Yeah.
Looks directly
Except
as-
saying it doesn't necessarily work.
Except if we call it out as something's being stolen. Swiper no swiping!
No,
You know
no,
how
more
cats-
Put
like
that shit down!
more like if she disappears from sight, it's already over.
Yeah, it's done.
Do you know how cats, you'll be like, hey, stop doing that, and you'll watch them try to, like, do it faster? That's Kaz.
Like, stop doing
No, that's just Dawn with cat.
Hey, stop doing that! Go, 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 go. Incredible. Did Cat stay contained through that whole thing?
Jolly did not privately message me and ask to try and escape, so yes, I would
Okay.
assume so.
I did ask if I wanted to cast divination to confirm if all the taxes did make that prophecy up, but I wasn't sure when to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we're back and if we're wrong, it doesn't matter. Would be a good time.
I just want to know who fucking made this prophecy, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah.
I will say this, not a bad question to ask. I'm so real.
Real.
Yeah, okay, I asked the question. So,
Okay. So you cast divination, and the exact wording of your question is.
the god of ambition, all the taxes, did he make the prophecy to falsely stray the brass dragon? Is he the one that talked to him, basically?
So you will see that it will the divination will reveal clearer clouds for you, and yes, he did come up with this prophecy.
Motherfucker!
And the thing is,
Okay.
you said falsely, which means it's a fake prophecy.
Yeah.
This whole fucking time,
Yeah.
we have been ass deep in this fucking prophecy.
And it's
We've been
made
like,
up.
Who is it
for-
about? What's going on? It's fucking made up.
It's made
It's
up
a-
to stir drama.
It's a doo-doo prophecy.
Isn't that what all prophecies are in the end? Just a god being like,
Most.
look how much they'll squirm when I tell them this.
Also, out of character, I imagine party gets back. It's like, good job, Cass. You didn't steal anything. As a treat, we'll take you into town and you can steal from one shop, but only one.
You may
feel
steal
like-
one item from every shop we go to.
I think that one makes more sense.
Like, that, imagine like taking her into town to steal as a treat for good behavior.
You're rewarded with bad behavior for good behavior.
Gosh, it's like MK Ultra. They got people to sign on to taking LSD by giving drug addicts in rehab their choice of drugs.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Dude, the more you learn about the shit that the CIA was pulling during the 60s, well, for a while,
During
probably
the
still,
forever.
yeah, they're probably still doing something. The more like depressing it is to know that they have that much power.
Yeah.
Kind of horrifying. Project Northwoods is honestly one of the scariest ones they made. That one never happened, thankfully, but basically what the plan was, they were going to stage an attack on a civilian chartered ship going to, I think it was Cuba, to try and spark a war between Cuba and America.
Yeesh.
Yeah, it was a false. It was they literally came to JFK with the idea for a false flag attack. JFK said no, thank Christ, because holy
Or-
shit, that would have been insane.
Just remember, I am the resident Cuban in here.
Yeah.
So I have very complicated feelings about a lot of things, including that's terrible.
That's fucking horrifying. Yes.
That means I probably wouldn't be here right now, to
Yep.
be honest with you.
That's crazy.
Do we want Fitz to go?
Thanks, JFK.
Yeah.
Thanks, JFK.
Do we want Fitz to go to the temple immediately, so that way when we rest, you will have all your spell slots. and
Well,
not
I will
have
say
to
that's a
use them.
bad idea, as no one has the spells to bring Fitz back.
I have teleportation circle.
It's 2 spells.
Oh
I
no,
have
does it?
2
Is that?
spells left.
Oh, never mind. You can. Yeah.
Fitz didn't use any spells during
I
combat.
didn't use any spells. I was a stabby man. And if
Okay,
I used
never mind then.
spells, it was
Yeah.
my
Invocation.
Use
cantrips.
Eldritch
No.
Blast.
Eldritch blast.
Yeah,
blast.
Okay,
pretty
so yeah,
solid
no. In that
mix.
case, you definitely do have the option to do so right now if you want.
Feel free to have the mirror to keep an eye in case I, for some fucking reason, piss off Ninduth again.
Yeah, I'll at least definitely be watching because
Yeah. I also didn't use any spell slots, so
I'm
I'll
not
be
spell
walking through
reliant.
here.
Fitz will use the mirror to appear at the front door.
Mhm.
At the front door this time.
Yeah.
Be like, Ninduth, are you there? Where are you?
Let me make sure I get this command right. Fuck, I didn't get. Nope, I did. You stand at the front of the actual temple itself, and you holler into it, and you hear nothing.
Fitz will walk in.
Hey, I hate the music change.
Why is it scary now? Ninduth.
Drats. Should have cast protection from evil and good on him before I went.
The whole time Fitz is walking, he's calling out for Ninduth.
You keep calling for Ninduth. Ninduth.
Ninduth.
Ninduth. Ninduth.
Missy boy!
You don't hear anything anything back.
Did he fucking nuke Ninduth? Did he fucking obliterate him?
did he go? Oh shit! I left the Ninduth on.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then turned the Ninduth off.
And now he died because he's way older than he should be.
Oh goodness.
This is a test, by the way. I'm telling you right now. Only take the spell because if there's no
Yeah.
one guarding it, there's a bunch of stuff empty.
Yeah, well,
I'm just-
Fitz
I
never
know,
had
I know,
any
I-
intention to take anything but the spell. He's
Yeah.
a good boy.
Fitz is a
I
good
know.
boy.
That's why it's good that Fitz is the only one there right
Yes.
now.
The only thing Fitz has stolen in his life was a book.
A book.
And he
Fitz
felt
will-
incredibly guilty for weeks afterwards.
Fitz will make his way to where he remembers, I guess, the vault being.
You continue walking through the halls, completely empty, and you make your way over to where the treasury was. You find it. Perception, please.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, find that spell.
Oh.
You've been rolling well.
I know. Nobody mention it or it'll stop. And I'll roll bad.
I was shutting the fuck up. I know better.
Ninduth.
As you are traveling through the halls, you will find that something's changed. As you keep walking, you feel something go. You look down, and your feet are wet.
Why? Disgusting. Is it water or is it
It's
blood
water.
and guts?
No, it's water.
Why?
Calling through the mirror, it might be possible that whatever seals were on this temple, protecting it from the elements, have been broken.
It might be
lifted.
sinking into the swamp.
Okay, let's speed things up so I don't get sunk. And Fitz will go in and eyes open for the spell.
Got it. Fitz, you make your way into the treasury really quickly, and you're just scanning, trying to find the spell, and eventually you'll find that there it is. It's on a table right there. There's a little rolled up scroll. Well, I shouldn't say little. It's actually about this big, tightly rolled up in a casing. So this is a massive scroll. There it is. You pick it up and you grab it. You have a scroll of imprisonment.
Okay.
And then you
Oh no.
realize something.
Yeah.
This room looks different.
Uh-huh. How so?
There was a sword here, and it had a depiction of a dragon with its head missing on it. That sword's gone. So are some of the arrows.
Hey, who's
So are several spells. This place has been stolen from.
wasn't me? I didn't do that.
I didn't do it. I was not there.
Hey, Darius, do you think you can do a sending to and let him know that some of his stuff was stolen and it was not us?
And then Duth might have been
Killed?
Well, sending would probably be
Disrespectful.
rude.
Can I send it to one of the guards?
That's a good idea.
You may.
I was gonna just say, like, get another message to him so he knows it's not us, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. So Gushton can't. Sorry to disturb you. We're at the temple in Ekes. It's been raided. Ninduth is gone. Things have been taken.
Oh, thank you for telling me. I'll pass that along. Please lose this sending individual, okay? Thank you.
Lose this
Yes.
number.
Don't talk to me again.
I hated that.
To be fair, it is
Emergency.
kind of an I will say, to be fair, kind of an emergency.
Emergency contact only.
Darius will go, I got told not to call again.
That's fine. You just wanted to. You only needed the one. It's okay.
It's like
Oh, it's
pulling
okay.
out your old middle school yearbook to find someone's phone numbers and like calling through the phone numbers of people who you kind of knew. Kind of
Lose
like-
this number.
I like
The benefit of the fact that we were greeted by two, which means if we have another emergency, I can contact the
Oh my
second
God.
one.
Hopefully
I
we
don't
never
think
have to
I don't
contact
think it
them
will
again.
work like that.
Since the mirror will follow Fitz, he is gonna do a little bit of a run around the temple just to see if he can find any trace of Ninduth. Like
Okay.
a body.
You begin making your way through the halls, trying to find any signs of Ninduth. And
If Fitz would like, I can go through because I have both divine sense that would pick up on him, and I have locate creature prepared.
It's if you want. It's more so Fitz just being like, Ninduth was so ready to paralyze me and murder me, and now he's not even here. I miss him. I kind of miss my friend who hated me and
Fitz
didn't
is
want
so
me to talk
fucking
to
weird.
him.
Fitz
He was getting
is so
somewhere.
prone to abusive relationships.
Well, yeah. He likes him. He thought they were getting on pretty well.
Ignatius, you can step through, trying to assist Fitz, and you guys will find Ninduth. You find that in the large hall that he dragged you into when he paralyzed you, you will find that Ninduth's remains are scattered here, where it looks like he has been cut almost vertically, right down his entire center, perfectly, almost like a pressure cutter. And this hall is soaking wet as well.
Water has has something to do with this.
I'm not certain if it's even possible to bring undead back to life.
He's been alive for so long. He's probably resting. It's quite sad, though.
Now, what could even do this?
All I can think of is that dragon sword. In the right hands, or I guess the wrong hands.
Well, they probably killed him first before taking that sword,
It's also fair.
which means they already had the ability to cut with water?
This seems like powerful magic. Perhaps we can ask that book.
Perhaps.
Hey,
We can
Connor.
Hmm?
Do I know possibly a spell that could do that? Because I do nature-y stuff. What is-
Sure, you can roll knowledge arcana.
He just does it now out of spite. I want you to know that.
I know.
It took me so long to figure out why you were laughing. I was like, what's funny? And then I like rewound and I was like, knowledge arcana. Got it.
She's dumb as fuck. I did roll a 15 though, so 14.
14. So there aren't a lot of spells that could do something to that degree. No. Even some of the most powerful druidic spells are not fine control spells with water. It is a massive torrent of water, but not fine control.
I don't think that's a spell. I think that's maybe a weapon of water, possibly.
Out of character, do we have anybody with locate object?
I mean,
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have it right now, but yes.
Okay.
Do I have it prepared? I do not have it prepared today, but
That's fine. Just the next logical step is to go back and then use locate object on
yeah.
the
Because
dragon
remember-
sword.
Locate object is how Ignatius found the rest of the party in the first place.
Fair enough.
And, well, if Darius has clue, we can at least see the, like, footsteps of the people
do you
who've
mean?
been...
If I always have it.
I just wasn't assuming that you would or would be able to use it at this time.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I still have 2 Russian cants. I could if
Do
somebody
you want to
wanted-
do a clue spell in this room for the past, like, we were gone less than a day, basically.
Yeah.
Past 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever.
They had to have hit like directly after we left.
Yeah.
Does that mean someone was following us? Oh no, because
Oh, they
we-
couldn't. We were teleporting all over the place. So either someone was... It was
Waiting?
really bad timing, or they were waiting for... I think maybe it was just bad timing. Poor Ninduth, though. He had a miserable, lonely life, and then he got cut in half. That doesn't seem fair to me.
Happens to the best of us.
No, no, it truly doesn't. But I like your moxie.
I mean,
I'm
I'll
trying.
trust it coming from Darius, the person who has been revived.
Happens to the best of us. Getting cut in half.
Speak with
I was
Buffalo
crushed.
experience.
It happens.
Darius will very carefully step through. And cast. Rushton can't cast Clue.
Okay.
Over the span of the last 24 hours.
You'll see that there are 2 footprints that appear here. Well, sorry, 3 technically if you count Fitz, but you're ignoring Fitz.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll see there are 2 other sets of footprints.
And I would just like to track where those footprints, like what they touched. Because I can also see fingerprints if they touched things.
Yeah, they went in to the building. They went over to the treasury. They clearly fought in Induth, and then they left very suddenly because their footprints are there 1 minute, gone the next.
So they also teleported in and out.
What I will say is that judging by the footprints, it looks like one is male, one is female. The male is larger, and the female is smaller than the man. Still medium-sized creatures.
Hey, quick question.
Hmm?
Oriole and Dottie are still here, right?
Oriole and Dottie, Oriole and Dottie are still at the tower.
Okay. I was just thinking about who maybe might have like
I think they've given
a
up the fighting
grudge.
life.
Or at least Dottie has.
Dottie
I was
has,
just-
yeah.
I was just trying to think of people who might have a grudge against a dragon.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Male and female.
And the female is not big.
Have we considered that it's probably one of Aldatax's companions?
Yes.
The ones that were watching.
Could it be the priest guy?
Probably not the priest, but there were other people with Aldatax's before, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put
what
the people who were with Eldatox before, one of them was the priest. I'll point that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, there was... I know one of them was a lady. I know for sure.
What about the guys? Well, at least one of them. It doesn't really make sense because most of them are dead now. But the guys who were initially with Weston, there was one guy who was a really powerful spellcaster, and we never really figured out his deal. But we know he can teleport.
Question.
Mhm.
I'm kind of on the like what Jolly's saying about it being all the taxes. Does it look like it could be the footprints the size of the priest? Like we've seen him before.
You have seen him before. You do not recall exactly how large his feet were.
Yeah, unless
but
any of you want to come out right now and say your character has a foot fetish.
no,
Really looking.
we are not. I'm good. With that said, you can very easily confirm it because you still know where they were in your tower, and someone here can cast Clue again, and I would tell them exactly the coloration of the footprints. That would tell you exactly who it was if they were the same person. Yes, Jess.
I have a better idea.
Yeah?
So it's me and Fitz over here. Did
And
Iggy
Iggy.
come over?
Yes, Iggy came over first.
Hey Fizzy, get over here and bring your tarot deck.
The whole fucking gang.
Fizzy, walk
Well,
through the mirror,
I have to have 3 other creatures beside myself. That's why I'm telling Fizzy that.
and she'll hand
We're,
you the
we're
tarot
gonna
deck.
count. We're gonna cast Seance and
Okay.
talk to Induth.
Okay, cool. That sounds fun. Not really.
So we
but,
can
you know.
ask a couple questions about what the fuck happened here.
You have control of my tarot deck.
I'll give it back as per usual
This is
afterwards.
assuming that Induth will even be honest with us. But I'm assuming
Why
he'd be pretty
wouldn't
mad
he
at being
be?
killed. That's a really good point.
Why wouldn't he be honest with us?
Well,
went
we
and
didn't
got
kill him.
permission. We went and got permission from your god.
Yeah, that's true.
We're allowed to be here.
But yeah, it takes about 10 minutes. So get comfortable. In the cold and the wet.
I miss the scattered remains of this Lich Dragon.
Yeah, you guys begin casting the spell of for a seance, and 10 minutes will pass as you stand in the damp and wet of this old abandoned temple, and the spell will go through, and you will see that the skull of Ninduth, which is split vertically through the middle, will
What? Mortal.
Cool. We got permission to be here this time, so I'm gonna make this as quick as I can. Did you see who killed you?
Yes.
Excellent. Can you describe them?
Yes.
You should have said, please describe.
Will you describe that? When will you describe that?
Those answers will just result in yes or some other nonsense.
I was making a joke about the Lord of the Rings. Will you wear wigs?
Will you wear wigs?
When will you wear wigs?
I'm trying to think of a way to get him to say a non-yes or no answer.
Please describe the people who killed you.
Please describe the people that killed you.
A man and a woman. Tall. The man, that is. Muscular. Bald. Had facial hair. Looked like a priest.
Oh.
The woman was much younger. Elven, likely. Dark skin. Had patches of lighter skin on her face.
I think that's all I get, because I only get, I think, 3 questions.
Is it 3 or 5?
I believe when you've done it, it's been 3, so.
It's 3.
Yes.
Because this is not Speak with Dead, this is Seance.
Yeah.
It's a weaker spell.
Well, it sounds like he's found himself a new assistant.
I'm sorry this happened to you, Nindu.
The spell ends and Ninduth's skull collapses to the ground again. Fitz, as you have keen mind, you recognize the description of both of these individuals. As you have heard the description of Sig Ronam several times at this point, and the other party did encounter him. But the woman is the woman who was present during the fight that took Tana's life. She was a dark-skinned elven woman of some descent with vitiligo, the lighter patches on her face.
Vitiligo.
Is that how you say it, vitiligo? Oh, I thought it was vitiligo. My mistake.
Vitiligo.
I'm sure it was pronunciation.
Well, I just didn't know.
It's just one of those words that you've never heard said out loud, so.
Yeah, but yeah.
Epitome.
What was it?
Epitome.
Epitome?
Like epitome.
It's another one of those words.
Epitome.
It's spelled as epitome.
Epitome?
So everyone says epitome the first time, and then it's like, no, it's epitome.
No, it's
what the
epitome.
Fuck do you mean?
What do you
it's
fucking mean by
epitome?
that? It's epitome.
It's epitome.
Everyone comparing Pokemon names in the schoolyard.
Its name hasn't been said in the anime yet, so it doesn't count. It could be either.
So, your seance has passed, and Duth appears to be dead.
It sucks.
And now, you have an idea of who else may have shown up here. And we'll take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. I'm assuming the individuals who are at the temple, you're probably just going to teleport your way back home. Okay. You guys have returned back to the tower. At this point in time, just by how the day has kind of panned out for you all, it's basically like 8 o'clock at this point.
Sleep.
Yeah, I know, right? Not at night, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
I know, right? A lot's happened. So, what's the plan, you guys?
I don't know, man.
I know something I want to do,
Yeah.
which is I want to go see my spouse. Darius will just kind of tap on Burns' shoulder and go, "Can I have a quick word, just 2 of us?"
You wouldn't know. She's gonna go, yeah.
And the second was somewhere private. Darius goes, "I figure you already know because you're intelligent enough not to not know, but I don't trust my friends to not try to blackmail me with this. I'm pregnant."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I figured you knew.
No, it makes sense. You've been getting sick in the morning, and yeah, it tracks.
Yeah, I don't trust them to not use the fact I hadn't told you yet, not to hang it over my head. So, congrats. We're gonna have another kid.
I mean, that's great. We just got to deal with the problem at hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I know that we came to a whole agreement of not doing this anymore, but we're kind of getting to the point where I don't know. We're too far in. There's only so much we can do. We can only run so far. Gotta handle at least the whole vampire apocalypse thing.
Yeah, we are. Dragon is going to be dealt with by his father. We're just going to put him in timeout, essentially, and his dad's going to deal with him.
There you go. That's dealing with it.
But yeah, so I don't know how far along I am. I kind of lost track in it all. But
Well, it's okay. Either way, you'll likely be fine. Any magic that affects you will probably affect the baby, so it's okay.
cool.
Well, it includes healing magic, so
Yeah. When should
So
we
I'm-
tell
Hmm?
Ari?
we will tell Ari when we have the baby.
That's probably for the best. She's kind of she's too smart for her own good.
Well, she's too smart. She's still a child. She doesn't really understand the concept of how babies are born and new life. So, let's just wait until the baby's born, and then just deal with it then.
That means we're gonna have to figure out another name, right?
Yeah.
That took us most of the pregnancy last time.
Well, we don't even know what the sex is yet. So,
Yeah. God, I hate picking names. That's the worst part.
Yep.
Anyways, good
Either way.
talk.
either way, yeah. No, I figured it's fine.
Yep.
There are more problems. So,
Yeah.
It's okay.
I love you.
I love you too, dear.
When this is over, let's actually retire.
I don't think that's in the cards for you or me, to be honest.
Let's retire as much as we're physically allowed to.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's very possible for us. So either way, we'll be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna go tell the others that I told you so they can't hold it over my head. Mainly Granny and
That's a good
Cass.
idea.
Yeah. They're the two who'd use it against me. And Darius will open the door and go, "Gwen knows, motherfuckers!"
Proud of you.
They already knew.
We
As
should
I
all
said-
get together.
As I said, out of character, Gwen has a level 20 intelligence.
Yeah.
They're not dumb. Darius was getting sick most mornings. But now Kaz can't use it against me.
Oh, I'm not there. I'm back. I'm back sleeping, bro. There's no way.
Oh, thank God.
She's like, finally, titty warm and
Go
soft.
The
It was
world
so cold
cold.
there.
cold hard.
But, Granny, there's something that we learned during the seance. Kaz should know as well, but she appears to be occupied at the moment.
We were watching through the mirror. Like,
Yeah.
we weren't part of the seance, but we were still,
Yeah,
watching.
it's you guys were basically put on the iPad and then put on a video call and you got to watch,
Yeah.
and that's how it went.
So don't worry about filling us in. Shit always comes back to haunt us again.
But for now, perhaps one of our best options might be finding out what sort of magic or items would be capable of dealing such damage and then working on a plan to counter them.
Yeah, because who knows when they'll show up again.
Probably when it's the worst for us.
Should we use the book for that? See if it has
It-
any details.
I might have some information. The temple's old enough.
Yeah, considering it was left in charge by the Dragon God, and the Dragon God
Yeah,
says he
so-
hasn't left for 2,000 years.
Yeah, it's at least I mean, I don't know when it like stopped being a cult, but at least started before this Gazem. Yeah, let's dump some blood into the book and see what it knows about the like weapon that was, at least the weapon that was stolen and the arrows.
Yeah. Did anybody besides Fitz get a good look at the weapons earlier? Last time we were here.
I mean, at worst, we
Nine.
can ask Fitz to give us a little doodle of it.
Yeah, Fitz would probably be the best one to have the description of it.
I was there, and I have
Keen mind.
key mind.
Whoever bleeds, I can heal them.
Oh, I'm full health, so I can just
Dump it.
dump it.
Louder.
How much should I drop?
If it influences anything, I still have all 70 lay on hands, and I did not cast a single spell besides the
Oh.
locate creature.
I'll drop 40 HP. 40.
You'll be healed up immediately, just in case. And because I barely ever use lay on hands except for bleeding out in the book.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, out of curiosity, what exactly are you asking?
At least
Properties of the sword.
yeah, at least in this first question, if we need to do more, it's going to be specifically about the sword with like the drawing of a headless dragon. Like what is it? What can it do? That sort of thing.
It can cut off dragons' heads.
Yeah. We can't
Draconic
really...
Vorpal Blade. You touch a dragon, it dies.
Yeah, we can't really ask about the spell scrolls because I don't think we ever determined what spells were in those scrolls. But sword and the arrows.
Okay, give me a quick second.
If we need more blood, I can also spill some. I'm also at full health.
Believe me, I got plenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is most likely a dragon slayer.
Yeah.
It is a type of sword that is designed and enchanted specifically to harm dragons more upon striking them.
Yeesh.
So we can probably assume that the arrows are the same.
Yes.
Which means it's possible that these two people under ambition are going after cracked brass with these weapons.
But if not him, then one of the 3 dragon deities.
I
Yeah.
think option 2 is more likely, actually. Because, like, why are you
Really?
gonna go after cracked brass when he's doing the chaos.
He
that they
lives
need.
here. That's why.
Yeah,
They live
and
here.
Also, they don't know that they're all working together under the same god. They're
Yeah.
just situations that are happening that the god is making happen.
Also,
Right.
how fucking stupid would you have to be to think two people could kill a god dragon? I don't think they're that dumb.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think.
I
they
mean, you're probably right, but
tried
I just.
that quite yet. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't strike that down from their list of total goals, but to me, it seems more likely that they're going after the rampaging
Well, that makes sense.
one.
You're probably yeah. No, that's fair.
Which puts a little bit of urgency on the correct brass.
Can we scry? I mean, I can't right now.
The
but
priest is gonna notice it right away.
Like, dang it.
Yes.
I'm useless here.
Now, here's where this comes in. We send a message to Crack Brass. And we go, bro, you're not gonna believe
Oh
this
my
shit.
god.
We have too much to explain with
Honestly?
a single message, but trying to convince him via message where we can't even
We have
see you
20.
that A, the prophecy is completely false.
No, listen, I wasn't done. We don't have to convince him that the prophecy's false. We gotta tell him there's two motherfuckers with a dragon slaying sword and dragon slaying arrows coming for his ass.
That's
How does
gonna make him
Heineken's-
more on edge.
I'm just saying.
I-
I don't like what's happening.
I have a worse idea.
Oh no.
I have a worse idea. Because we just
Go on.
need the dragon to be in our vicinity so we can imprison, correct?
Yeah, but we
Somebody
will
come
probably,
fuck this.
we probably also
No.
need to burn through his legendary resistances. If
So we're gonna have to do a fight, right?
Yeah,
Or-
but he'd be easy to bait.
What if we
Yeah.
let them fight him?
So they might kill him.
They might kill
killed
him, it's a
Ninduth
problem.
With like,
And that
They
would
cut-
That's Ninduth. He was just like a regular man.
I know, but they cut him in half.
the
Not out Texas.
again. I
Crack
have
Brass-
a worse idea. We
Though
have
that-
bait. I'm just
Adam.
saying.
if there is a point to that, if we can somehow be near the fight or at the scene of it without being detected by
snipe it.
either group, and as
He'll snipe.
after he's burned through his resistances and the fight
Yeah,
go like
Work.
Wait, we can just use the mirror. Like rest up, use the mirror, and if they're fighting him,
We're just watching.
we'll just watching, and then we run in and snipe. We snipe.
we would definitely have to fight them.
But if they're fighting that dragon, they're also going to be weakened because that dragon
Okay.
is
Double whammy. We show up when they're fighting him, and we fight them, so we're on the same side as the dragon. And he's like, "Right, thank you so much for getting those guys."
You know that's
And
not a
then
terrible idea. And then
and
we
then
Hey
we
imprison him.
guys.
Imprison him.
Hey guys. I thought I was
All
supposed to be
hail
one
the
that comes
heroes
up
of the
with dumb
of the
ideas.
realm. Dirty fucking kill stealers and all.
I thought I was supposed to be the dumb plan maker. But you guys are
That's
really
remote.
stealing my job today.
Yeah, Connor, sorry to say that's most heroes in history.
Oh god, yes it is.
I just think that it would work.
Hey, listen, it,
It
works in
wouldn't not
Fortnite.
work.
It works in Fortnite. You see two
It works
people
in
fighting each
Fortnite.
other,
Yeah,
then you
he'll
kill
steal.
one guy, you kill one, and then you come and get the other. Like it works
Yeah.
in Fortnite. Why not? Here.
Guys, put this in my highlight reel. Fitz cat from prison.
Somebody clip this.
Jarvis, put this.
Hey, hey, 360 no scope imprisonments though.
This is the first and today marks the first time in history that dirty fucking kill stealers has been spoken aloud in my game.
I like the idea of 360 no scoping an imprisonment and accidentally hitting a party member.
No.
So
Somebody
this is
clip
gonna
this.
sound-
Jarvis, fucking kill me.
Can I tell you something? That reminds me because I've been watching somebody play the Henry Stickmin games.
Yeah.
That is straight up a fail out of that. But anyways, I'm gonna veto at very least some of that.
Which part?
Mainly the part where we just, do it stupidly. In the sense of like,
I need you to elaborate immediately.
Please, because I don't know what that means.
What do you mean by that? Go on.
I feel like you guys are just like, oh yeah, we can pop in and do this. Boom, bam, go.
Yeah.
This feels like it needs much more planning to it than this.
When
Okay.
we're not good at planning.
I literally zone out when we plan things. This is fun for me.
The most successful plan we've had as a group was when you stole parts from a sorcerer in a morgue, and even then you were nearly caught.
Look,
Oh, but we can't do dumb things.
here's the thing. I understand, like, the nervousness about doing this. I will say, it is not the worst idea.
I will also,
In all seriousness.
in all seriousness, I think we might be better off, from my point of view, we might be better off baiting Cracked Brass and fighting him ourselves, because we'll have more control over the situation, rather than trying to wait for these two people who is not confirmed that they're going after Cracked Brass, but are likely to, and just kind of like waiting for that to happen, and then
Okay.
Now, the other theory that I have
uh-huh.
about these two getting the dragon slaying weapons is so that we can't have them.
That's
Because we went to that temple. And
But they would have to know that we went.
Did they think that we
That's what we were
wanted-
trying to get.
That's actually
That's
a very good point.
that's not out of the realm of possibility, for sure.
Because with their line of thinking, they're probably like, oh, they want to kill the dragon to stop this. They want to kill the dragon, they want to kill the dragon. Only way they're going to kill the dragon, thinking that we're thinking the same as
Yeah.
them, which is kill, kill,
Yeah.
kill, kill, kill.
Because like they probably don't need, like, clearly they probably don't need it to deal with it themselves.
They've got fucking Albataxis on their side.
And they're really strong themselves. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Third
Oh god.
third theory is
Here,
possibly
here's
they're
the
trying
thing.
to frame us as having done it.
But we're goody two shoes.
Yeah, and we
And we
literally
tattled
told them that
immediately.
it was stolen.
Yes, I understand that, but then maybe they didn't think we would tattle. Or, like-
Severely underestimating our need to
Yeah,
tattle.
I
We
actually
didn't do it. We didn't do it.
I'll be honest with you. I do think this guy is underestimating us, to be honest.
Or at least has completely the wrong read on us, because why would we not kill this guy? We've had no problems killing bad guys before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
We literally are the group responsible for killing a priestess in cold blood, quote unquote.
but remember, you have to remember, it's also who they're under, who at their whole thing is colored by, which is ambition.
Ambitious people always think other people
Are just as
equally
ambitious.
They are just more willing to follow through.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. They might be colored by that, like, they maybe think that we're just as ambitious, and they think if they frame us for this, that we'll be dealing with the dragon god, and we won't have time to deal with all the other stuff because this dragon god will be on us and sending people after us. I don't know. It's a thought. It's probably wrong. I'm wrong about everything. So,
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong about everything, but that is a good theory. Game theory. I still feel like it puts a little bit of urgency in it because we don't know like these are all just theories so far. We don't know which one is right or if there's like a secret fourth option.
Right.
But we
Perhaps
could also talk around our circles.
at some point we'll just have to use scrying and hopefully get through.
Listen, I got my theory out. That's all that matters to me.
Should we also look into what kind of spell or weapon would have been able to use water to split something in half?
I don't like that Connor's tippy tappying so much.
Oh,
He's talking in the
typing
Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Occam's razor, yeah. It's important to keep that in mind. Yeah. I don't know.
Excuse me. No, that's what I sound like. Yeah. So, I also do need to point out one more thing that you guys should consider.
Yes.
You still have a different problem to deal with.
Yeah, the
Yeah, Avec.
Yep,
yeah, but
you
we're
still-
waiting on
still have
the
Mavic.
we're waiting on the
Waiting
queen to
for
contact
Yeah.
us.
That is fair. That is fair.
Because him not knowing means we just killed the government official. Him knowing means we have the backing of the government.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it a legal murder.
Yeah!
We were just
Legally
talking about
government sanctioned murder.
Yeah.
Connor, we've done so much illegal murder. We wanted
Look,
to
we're
try
the CIA
it.
this time. We're allowed to do it.
Yeah, well, the difference is the amount of opposition we'll have to work through and potentially having to fight innocent people to get to Avec.
Regardless, we're gonna be fighting innocent people, quote unquote, because he surrounded himself with recruits, but we can reduce that number as much as possible.
Is it possible to check in with the queen, maybe, or something? I don't know. If we want to.
I
Shoot her
think
a
we were
DM.
waiting on her.
Right. Because we're waiting on her because we asked for a meeting with the other guy,
Yeah,
correct?
same boy.
Mm-hmm.
And
we gave him a legend lore
yeah,
That's
in
going
order to
forward
prove our
to.
point.
we're going
Yeah,
to
the-
give him a legend lore.
The favor
There's no-
was for him to use it on Avec to figure out. for
Thought we
himself.
gave him a spell slot.
We already-
or a spell.
Did we give it to
scroll.
him already? I thought we were.
Yeah.
The spell scroll's already been
Yeah.
supplied.
I was like, no, I know, I
misremembered.
made it.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
misremembered.
Yeah,
I
I
thought we
that I remember very well because you guys, I made sure you guys marked off the costs, and that was a
Okay.
not an inexpensive scroll.
Yeah.
And also useful so that Avec doesn't know that Lord Faramore has the spell scroll
Mhm.
and might possibly be using it for looking into something.
So
Because
yeah, so we're waiting on them.
if he had to source it himself, that would definitely not go unnoticed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're basically working on this dragon stuff because we're still waiting.
Yeah. So in that case, I'll give you guys a question then.
Yar.
Do you have things you want to do, you still really want to do right now, between now and when the queen reaches back out to you, or do you want me to snap to when the queen reaches out to you?
Looks like Jolly was nodding her head yes.
You want to check on Ruben? She's been waiting every session. She's like, how long has it been? Can I check on him?
Has
it
it
been
been
long
hours?
enough?
I feel like at this point it's been a few days, so
I
like
feel like
Yeah.
it's still a week, and I'm like, oh. I guess
Yeah.
I
I
can
feel,
call
feel
it.
like at some point every single day, Kaz wakes up. Divination, is it time to check in on Ruben yet?
I will say this: if Ruben
No.
ain't there, Kaz is causing problems. That's why
I
she's acting
know.
like this.
Hey, Ruben, just checking in. What's going on? You haven't been to college? Awesome.
College.
Are you making friends? That's so cool.
Are you eating alright? You're showering every day doing your laundry?
Yeah, pretty good. What kind of fabric softener are you using? Your skin looks dry. Okay? You got lotion? I'll send you lotion.
Fuck off, Mom.
Yeah, he always says that.
You know, I said the same thing to my mom when I went to college.
I said the same thing and look at me now. I love my mom. Still use that lotion. What? I got dry skin.
Nothing. It's just so. It's just your impression of a Jewish mother is just so good.
It's good lotion. Keeps my skin very hydrated.
You're gonna use the mirror of omniscience, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruben.
Hold on a second.
Oh, Waddle.
And we also should at some point have the discussion, can and should we actually eat the semi-charred fishman remains that are in the icebox?
Don't worry about them. So, Kaz, you call upon the image of Reuben, and you will see that he still appears to be somewhere in the hells, judging by what you are seeing in the through the mirror of omniscience. Though he is busy now, you can see that he appears to be midway through a fight.
Oh.
Don't distract him.
You see that he is midway through using the two halves of a Kenganige, and he is ramming through the body of what looks to be a chain devil, and pinning him to a wall before he throws him down and starts running in a different direction as more start to chase after him.
Oh, he's so cool. Oh my god.
He's so grown up.
He's so grown up.
Oh my
I
god.
don't bother him. He's in the middle of something right now. Ah, you know, their
Ugh.
college parties.
These kids with their parties. Crazy.
Remember those college parties where I fucking murdered someone?
Don't we all?
I'd say something, but you know that there actually have been college parties with like affluent people where people have died.
There absolutely have.
Problematic.
The BVU has a bad history of it.
Mm-hmm. So you can see Reuben is still doing his work, and appears to be whether it is to plan or not to plan, you're not sure, but he is starting to work on something.
If he was faced by the scoop, obviously he went in with a highly detailed plan that immediately fell apart. And it's like, well, here I go stabbing again.
Well, here I go stabbing again.
Fuck. Yeah. So do you want to do you end it and?
At least I know he's alive, so I don't have to resummon him.
Yeah, he's alive. He's
Okay.
definitely alive.
I
Best laid plans.
Yeah, I just put away the mirror. So
Mhm.
just want to check up on him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Single year old Benji. He grew up so fast.
But more is like, oh my god, he's so cool. I miss him.
Sweet boy.
You guys, any other things that folks want to do before we move along to the Queen?
This will be in a different day, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay, can I just roll my oracle dice for that then?
Yeah, you can do so.
Do we have any?
2!
Do we have any
two.
divinations or scryings we want to do, or what have you?
I don't. I just need to, because I keep forgetting about this. I need bullets real bad. So
Not the long rest.
That's relatively simple.
yeah, I just need to like declare that I'm gonna make like,
And-
I don't know, 50.
Yeah, you can do so.
Kaz's hit point maximum reduction is cleared.
Yep, you can now restore yourself completely to full, Jelly.
Okay. Well, I was doing that anyway, so.
Yeah. So long rests, everybody, to make sure that you're all back up to maximum. And unless anybody stops me, I will move on to the queen reaching out to you guys. Oh,
I'm thinking if I want to or not, because I don't want to do like a whole dream sequence again.
mm-hmm.
But I know that I think Muni's like taking the long nap, the big nap. But I think at some point, if I can't reach him by just like getting Darius to do ascending, then Fitz will wait. But at some point, he wants to ask about the whole like possessing people thing. He's got questions.
That's a
He's
fair
got questions.
That's a fair question.
There's some questions about that. Just a couple.
Actually, I think we can do a scene with that. That's easy enough.
Okay.
So, you will fall asleep, and as you do so, you will feel yourself reappearing back on the beach, back where you last saw your patron. He is back out in the water again.
Fitz will resume his spot, also floating in the water.
Hello, Fitz.
Hello. Met with your brother.
Ah, yes.
Sort of a. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Not strange. He's just not as I expected.
Birsokoi is, we have all our reputations from you mortals. Birsokoi is reputed to be good and fair because of the dragons that he is responsible for, but I feel you all assign traits to deities much faster than deities accept them. And most deities are not what they're considered to be.
Fair enough. I do have a question that's sort of not worrying me, but is sort of weighing on my mind after meeting with him. He had possessed the body of one of his, I assume, followers or
Yes.
And he mentioned his surprise at how you don't use your envoys the same as him, and I was just curious if that was ever the end game. I don't believe it is.
No,
But
it wasn't.
okay.
I was never particularly interested in creating an avatar of my power and inhabiting one of your bodies. It never really piqued my interest. That's why I lived as the sword for such a long time. The king's blade, or whatever you wish to call it.
Yeah, I mentioned that, and your brother said that you were strange. So if you wanted to get him for that one, you could.
You can say whatever he wishes.
Yeah.
Yes. The end goal for some of our envoys and our warlocks can be the creation of an avatar of a power. Taking them and imbuing ourselves into their very body and eradicating them and sublimating it with us. I've never cared for doing so. I understand the principle, I understand the idea of it. I've never cared to try, simply because it's always more interesting to see how you all behave. Not necessarily walk alongside you, but assist, act as your talking sword. I very rarely actually reveal myself to be who I am, but while I was that sword for such a long time, I would talk. I would give weird dreams and premonitions and confuse people, and I would watch how you all behaved, and it was fascinating. but I never wanted to be in your bodies.
Okay. That's comforting. Like I said, I never really thought that was your end game, but I have a past with deities. But I trust you, so we're good. Just had to double check. I'm quite trusting, I don't know if you've noticed. I immediately jump in and I'm immediately very trusting of everyone who speaks to me, which is sort of a problem. But trying to get better.
For the sakes of one's own experiences in life, it's sometimes better to be that way.
Trusting?
Yes. People become less trusting when they've been betrayed, when things have gone against them, and when they've been disappointed by the world. It's easy to lose that trust when you're mistreated. But in some cases, if you can manage to hold on to that, then all the better.
I try to hold on to it. But anyway, I just wanted to check in, let you know. Also, sort of big news. Just in case. I don't know what their plan is, but just be on the lookout, perhaps, for a priest with big, furry cheeks. He's really quite big, and an elven woman with dark skin, but with whiter spots on her face. They may have stolen a dragon slaying sword and dragon slaying arrows.
The two that arrived with that deity that killed your friend, well, indirectly killed your friend.
Yeah, they stole from your brother.
Mm.
We don't really know what their plan is, so we're sort of just covering bases here.
I am not concerned with my own well-being.
No.
The act of killing myself or either of my siblings would be a gargantuan task, which, in all honesty, I do not think anyone on this planet could achieve such a feat.
Fair enough.
Another deity, perhaps, but well, there would be no good end result for that.
In that case, keep an eye out for Albataxis, because I don't know if he wants the dragon slaying sword or not. It's, again, all bases, covering them, making sure we know what's going on.
Your concerns appreciated. Though, again, they would not want that.
Fair enough.
I think it was my 52nd wielder. He would say, you don't want that smoke. And honestly, he's not wrong. The problem with this is, if he was to kill me, or even attempt to kill me, the dragons who respect me, which is most, if not all, of my children and their children's children, would immediately become their enemy.
Right.
It would be nearly apocalyptic. The same for my sister, the same for my brother.
Right. Okay. Well,
We are stationary targets, certainly, but we are stationary targets with many people who look up to us and worship us.
everything I learn about this situation makes me more nervous, because what's more ambitious than causing an apocalypse?
Plenty.
I can't wait for this to be over. Alright, well, I'll leave you to your ocean floating in it.
You asked a rhetorical question. What's more ambitious than causing an apocalypse? Stopping an apocalypse.
Is this play about us?
Is this fucking play about us? So then if are we? Is the god of ambition manipulating us into stopping this, or is he what's going on?
Yes, he's absolutely manipulating us as well.
He wins
He's
either way.
manipulating literally everyone.
There's no way for us to beat him because he wins. If we defeat his ideas for an apocalypse, he wins. If the apocalypse goes through, he wins. This is terrible.
However, all of us retiring after stopping the apocalypse immediately puts an end to those ambitions.
Gosh.
I don't like questions I don't have answers to.
You'll find yourself to be dissatisfied for most of your life then.
Fitz will turn over and float face down in the water until he wakes up.
And you do.
Unfortunately, the only way to win is to not play.
But then he
That's
still
right.
wins.
I based this entire campaign off of war games.
Yep.
Yes.
There's a Family Guy clip going around on TikTok about war games. And it's
There
Lois
is.
going like, the only way to win is to not play the game. And Peter goes, you know war games? And she's like, maybe.
Maybe.
Still learning things about you. And I just like, it's funny. It's like old Family Guy. And I like
Wow.
it.
Yeah, I mean, either way, all the Texas might win either way, but like, there are definitely still outcomes that are better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he wins no matter what, then we'll at least choose which outcome is favorable.
Mhm.
Can I call for a scene?
Sure.
The scene I want is specifically with Kaz and Granny.
And me? Okay.
Yes, Darius is gonna grab you both and sit you in a room and go, I'd like to call into order the meeting of get Fitz to quit being a pussy boy and talk to Hadrian.
Oh.
Oh, you mean like I
Okay.
haven't done that?
Oh, I know you've
That
been
was
doing
a-
it. But I
We've
would
all
like
been
this to be an
trying in our
organized
own
effort.
ways, but I think this is a group effort now.
Smart, it also gets them off Darius's back for being pregnant. If they you get a combined talk, it's like, who me?
Well, our goal has always been getting them to like talk and hash it out. And Kaz, I know on your front you have worked a little bit on the Hadrian front. How's that going?
I haven't talked to him since I brought him to the mirror, but he, you know, even though that Fitz confessed to him,
Yeah.
I already told him that he liked beforehand.
Oh, Kaz, that's evil.
Well, it's just a warning. That's all.
Well, this is an important question. Does Hadrian like Fitz?
I don't fucking know. These fucking like elves don't want to talk to each other. I swear to God.
I thought you were about to call him a slur. He's fucking. Watch it! Watch it! We're on stream!
Please, not on stream. Please, I don't want to get banned.
No, I'm not. I was because in my brain I was thinking of Elizin, but that's so I was thinking elf.
This is purely a joke, but imagine using commune to ask a deity, does Hadrian like me?
I'm gonna ask God. Hey there, God, it's me, Laganja.
But we gotta do something because the world could potentially end. And I cannot keep watching this bullshit will they, won't they, and not knowing what's going on if the world ends.
So you don't think I feel the same with
Here's
that?
what I'm thinking. all three of us, in our own way, have tried to get these two motherfuckers to talk to each other. I think we need to work as a group. And, because, like, all the urgency in the world will not get Fitz to move. We need to lock him in a closet. For
Fitz can teleport. So we're gonna need a really small
a lead-lined closet.
God.
Well, how big is the teleport? No, we know how much space teleportation circle takes up, right? Isn't it like
Yes.
10 feet by 10 feet or something?
I think
Yes.
my spell says 5 feet.
5 feet?
I think.
Well, we get the tower to make a really small closet, and we go, oh, what's back there? We trick them into going there.
Taking the, like, Fitz, there's something we want to show you in front of the mirror and just going like, get him in.
I mean, Fitz we can bully. Hadrian's a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
We can't. He's a little bit harder to push around, literally.
Well, we don't even know if he liked him. That's the issue.
Shall we go ask?
Yeah.
But yeah,
let's
I
do
mean,
All right.
the council has decided time to interrogate.
that.
The council has summoned Hadrian to the court.
Today we will be discussing your fate, Hadrian. Yes or no?
You've got two old ladies and a lesbian with too much time on her hands.
I also like how you're going to ask him when he might potentially lie. When
I can bring Electos here.
Yeah,
She
you
can
could
answer for me.
You could foreseeably have used divination to ask if we went to ask Hadrian in his zone
Wait, I
of
can-
truth if he liked Fitz.
No,
Would he
no,
say
I-
yes?
I was just like, let me just prepare a zone of
Zone
truth
of
real
truth.
quick.
It's not the truth.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
You can. I can as well.
Yeah, but this is about the council.
This is the
This is
council.
the council.
The
I'm sorry.
council has decided.
Eh.
Yeah, we are
But
not part
Fitz-
of the council.
Fitz and Hadrian have a romantic dinner in a cramped 4x4 room under the effects of Zone of Truth.
Yeah, so we're gonna go look for Hadrian.
Wandering through the rooms in the tower, you'll eventually find Hadrian, who has kind of isolated himself, and he's currently sharpening the blade for his strange, like, kind of like ring axe is the best way of describing it. And he looks over at you three and goes, "Yes."
Shut the door.
Cutting off exits.
So, we're here to talk about Fitz and you.
What is it that talk about?
How do you feel about Fitz?
Fitz is a good man, and he's a good man.
That doesn't answer the question.
You fancy him?
I can't necessarily see why that would be your problem.
Because he's
Because
a pussy.
Fitz will never do anything about it.
And we're trying to help because we could die at any moment.
And I cannot go to the grave with this fucking bullshit hanging over our heads.
We want Hadrian, you are a fine young man. And we just want both of you to be happy. So we are getting involved. Not that much, but like
What are you getting at?
Is Fitz barking up the wrong tree in the long term?
we just need to know if there's like if we need to like let him down for you, you know.
No, that's Fitz is a good man, and
Keep saying
yes, is a charming individual that I do enjoy being around. The issue is that
Are you about to say some sort of sacrificing bullshit like I'm not good enough for Fitz?
Or, oh, I've killed too many people, or
Fitz deserves
oh,
better.
Fitz is better.
You guys are really shitting on his like. You're like, that's fucking dumb. Anyway.
you know what? I don't know why I am bothering talking to you all now.
Shut that shit down.
The reason we're saying it like that is because, no offense, it's dumb as shit. Fitz has already made his decisions.
It is not even the whole reason why I believe it. Yes, Fitz does deserve someone better, but he deserves someone better because I still need to go and do.
What is so important to you? I know you want revenge. Listen,
Killing
that's
more of
fair.
them.
How does that help?
Me?
I mean, we're gonna take out the root of the problem.
It's not a matter of just taking out the roots of the problem. You have to burn down the entire tree, get rid of every root that existed. Then you can stop. Then I can stop. Then I can live a normal life. Until then, people like that still wandering around, people like that still hating, still trying to kill other folks, trying to kill other elves. No.
Why
I don't
does that
get to
stop you?
rest.
Why does that stop you from finding your own happiness?
Because it's
You're
a
not-
distraction.
A distraction.
If there's a reason why I don't... If there's a reason for me to stop or to step away, then what was it for?
How selfish of you.
Yes.
That's not the way to live life. I'm not gonna tell you revenge isn't good, because, like, let's be real, sometimes it is kind of good, but, like, you can't live your whole life doing that. That's not fair to you. That shouldn't be your job. There's so much more to do with your one life than to just pursue a revenge that never ends. Because the
And it-
revenge you're seeking doesn't end, ever.
And it won't, because that generation has raised a generation. And they will raise a generation. And sure, there'll be some from that generation that don't believe what their parents believe, who don't follow in line. But there's always going to be some. So you're going to spend your entire life trying to kill a problem that will not die. Because ideologies do not die.
You can't squash them by just killing recklessly. And because of that, you shouldn't limit yourself from all the wonderful experiences that life has to offer.
Hold on, Granny. This is not about
Such
Fitz right
as
now.
a lovely
This isn't about
giveaway.
Fitz right now. I want to
No,
yell
this
at
is
him
always
more
about
for this-
Fitz.
I want to yell at him more for his stupidity in this sense. Because
You
yes,
can
I
only bully a
understand.
man so much. He is sharpening an axe. I do have to remind you of that.
And I have 2 guns on me right now, and more than enough poison
And the
to kill everyone in this
constitution
room.
of a wet
anytime.
paper towel.
I'm much meaner than everyone. Well, almost everyone else in this room. No offense, Cass. I guess what I'm trying to say is, regardless of how you feel about Fitz, regardless if you want to date him, yes, Granny, I am saying regardless. We'll get back to that in a minute. Is this what your dad would want for you?
Ooh.
Is this what your mom would have wanted? And before you say, I don't know because they didn't get a chance to live the life, because that's stupid. I've literally talked to your father. He was a good man. How selfish of you to ruin the life he gave you. As a parent, I'd be disgusted. If I found out my little girl had spent her entire life that I had worked so hard to make good for her and to give her the best steps to a good life. And I found out she was just willing to throw it away in some blind revenge scheme for what happened to me. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself for believing that I'd raised someone who would only do that, who believed they were only a weapon. How selfish. And Darius at that will get up and leave. Because she has made herself mad. And she's gonna go find her daughter and spend time with her.
Well, this has gone directions I didn't expect.
In a way, she wasn't expecting.
I mean, I guess just to... Darius is very blunt, but she's not wrong, and you can have people in your life. Like, it's okay. They're not going to be distractions. You can have people who will be there for you. And I promise they only make life richer.
You can leave. No.
Just think about it. And she'll look at Kaz and be like, I think we made him mad. We should probably go.
Okay.
I know you probably want to, like, add on something yourself, but...
No. I mean, Darius thought of what I thought of, basically.
Yeah. Again, not wrong.
Listen, Darius and Kaz are not good people, but they have very similar ways of thinking. The criminal and the detective shakes hands.
So we do leave him alone.
Okay. So no further scenes, I'm assuming?
Nope.
Okay. Hadrian will not go to see Fitz.
It's gonna take some more time for
At
that
any point.
book.
So hold on a moment. There we are. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. My bad. 2 days will pass.
2 days.
And you will, I would say, who will be the most likely person to get the message? Probably Darius, to be honest. Darius, you will receive a sending from an individual you do not recognize. Hello. This is a message for the neighborhood watch. The Lord Fianbois would like to request your presence at an agreed upon location with the Queen of the North.
Darius will take Ari's hand because at the time she was singing 99 Monkeys jumping out of bed because she is mixing songs.
What the fuck?
Too many monkeys.
So many monkeys on the bed. My God.
That's a really big bed.
99 monkeys up on
That's
the bed.
too many.
99
What kind of
monkeys on
bed
the
is it?
Because she was originally going to sing 99 bottles of beer on the wall and she went, oh no, that's not a good one.
99 monkeys on the bed. 99 monkeys on the bed. One
That
down.
the rhythm doesn't add up.
To be fair, monkeys falling off of bed, hitting their head, and not returning is also not a really favorable message to a child.
Listen,
One
Darius
fell
is
down
trying.
the bed,
This child
98
is
monkeys
listening
on
to
the bed.
99 monkeys die one by one.
One by one.
And never learning
fucked
their
up.
lesson.
The lesson she learned from that song is that if you keep doing it, something different will happen.
I'm sorry. Darius does not think of that. She's going off of what she was raised on, and she was thinking of children's songs, and they got mixed in her head.
I really want to know what the how does that work? 99. I'm trying to.
95 monkeys.
monkeys.
Hi! How much of that did you hear?
And Darius will go, "Hey, Ari, never repeat this song Mommy was just singing. I gotta go talk to some people. Go find your dad."
99 monkeys jumping on the bed.
99 monkeys on the
One
bed.
fell off and broke its neck. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Ari, no!
And she'll send her daughter away and go, "We've been summoned."
I've been summoned.
Alright.
Who, what, where, when, why?
What's the chords? Where are we dropping, boys?
Queen of the North, Fairborn want to see us.
Where are we dropping, boys?
I guess it's time. Do we just use the mirror to go see him?
Probably for the best.
Yes.
That's
Oh.
probably what they're expecting, since that's what we did with the queen.
That's kind of our modus operandi.
I'll
Yeah.
leave Blues here until further plans.
Good idea.
But before we go through the mirror, I would like to use see invisibility to make sure that none of us will be tracked.
Mm-hmm.
That does
Yeah.
last for now.
I'm assuming they'll have their own safety, but it's still good to have that backup.
I don't like that coming out.
You will. Oops. You will call upon an image of Lord Fianbor on the Mirror of Omniscience, and you will see that he is sitting at a table with the Queen Orpheus sitting in front of him. It is a larger table with enough seats for you guys as well. You see that he has a bodyguard by his side. The Queen has, of course, Erasmo, her bodyguard by her side. And you see that he will kind of like look over his shoulder at the portal. And he will go, I am assuming you are the neighborhood watch.
That'd be correct.
Oh,
Yes,
Honored-
sir!
honored to meet you. Lovely to meet you.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry if the Queen didn't warn you, this was our usual manner of entering places.
No, I was wont. You may enter, of course. Please, welcome to Niza. This is where we will typically go for meetings that don't have to should be held in a neutral location.
Well, Niza?
Nisa, yes.
Darius is gonna look out the window. How far am I from home?
You see that you are what looks to be somewhere along the coast. It looks like, just judging by the coastline, probably it's the northern tip, which is not near your home. The northern tip of Niza is fairly isolated.
Damn. Oh.
Yeah.
So basically,
Checking for scryers with see invisibility.
yep. And as you do so to check for scrying, you will see that Lord Fianbor's bodyguard is already ahead of you, and you see that he pulls out a small scroll and he points, and a ward that you notice just disappears. As people have been attempting to scry on them, it looks. And the bodyguard is ready and keeps pulling out scrolls and dispelling them.
Cool, there's 10 of us total in this room?
Correct.
Cool. If you give me just a few minutes, I could cast, Tiny Hut, which people can't scry into.
That is a. The bodyguard will speak up and go. That's a pretty small spot for a conversation to be had. I don't think that's a good idea.
Don't you have anything that blocks scryers? Like, well, we do have Fitz's lair, right?
Our scrying options and anti-scrying defenses are in locations where we're supposed to be meeting. This is not a location that's intended for special meetings like this.
Yeah.
If I have the diamonds from Fizzy, I could cast non-detection on up to 6 creatures.
My lair is at most 100 by 100 by 100 feet.
Yep. And
sensors created by divination spells can appear inside the protected area or pass through the barrier added to remitier, and you can't be targeted by divination spells. And a lot of
That would just be
people-
preferred because while the guards can stop the sensors, there's still a chance that someone catches a glimpse of us meeting with Vanbor, and we don't want that to be known at all.
so, Fitz, would you like to use your lair?
Yeah.
Yay!
He'll open it. The whole time he's opening, he's be like, "Sorry, it's a bit of a mess in there. It's you know, just push any plants out of your way. It's fine. The books, try not to touch them. I get a little prickly about them. Welcome to my lair."
And as Fitz makes a doorway appear on a nearby wall, the Queen and Lord Vanbor, who were sitting, will stand themselves up while their bodyguards will begin to make their way to move in as well. And that is where we will leave off for tonight's session.
Yo!
So,
Cool.
thank you all so very much for being here. Special thanks to my players. I do appreciate having you guys here. Jolly, Jess, Jill, Michelle, Becca, and Cody, thank you all so very much for being here. Shout out to Sleeping Bears, who subbed to us midway through the stream. Thank you very much. That's appreciated, dude. Also, there was Lodime. Very nice having you hang out with us as well. If you like what we do, pass the word around, tell your friends. We stream regularly Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But with all that said, say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.